Hi, welcome back to the second half of our show. And on this portion of the show, we have with us Maggie Danforth, who is a registered dietitian, and Miss Jaren Beavers, the coordinator for Schliemann Center, is still here with us. We're delighted. And Maggie, what's going on? I'm hearing there's stuff coming up this summer down at Schliemann.
Yeah, we're really excited, Donna. We're going to start a new series in June, and we're going to call it Maggie at the Schwee.
Woohoo! I love it.
We'll be featuring Maggie, our dietitian, and I'll just let you kind of hit off a little bit.
What are you going to be doing?
So every month, I think it's the second
It's
Tuesday
about the
of
second
every month.
Tuesday, yeah.
We're going to have a class around 10 a.m. and we're going to talk about various things. So each month it's going to be a different topic. In June, the topic is healthy gut, healthy life.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the gut is so important.
It is.
We are learning so much about the importance of our gut health.
Yeah.
And you know, what gets more exposed to the gut than our nutrition and
Sure.
what we put in
What
our
we put
mouths.
in.
Yes. And people don't realize, well, they might realize, but to remember that your gut is exposed to the environment. So, you know, not only nutrition, but other pathogens that we come in contact
That we're
with.
breathing in, are you thinking? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Or biting your nails after you.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, various things, saliva.
Sure.
And 70% of our immune system is in our gut.
Wow.
70%. And so it's worthwhile to at least talk about what we can do to try and keep it healthy, right?
Are you going to be going along the lines of things like, I remember years ago reading something about eating beef that wasn't necessarily lean, that stays in your system, in your colon forever, like 10 days or something before
Well,
it breaks down.
And there's no, you know, we have enzymes in our system that do break things down.
Yeah.
So that's more of a myth, I would say.
Okay, all right, okay,
But that's
good
not
to
to
know.
say, yeah, because you know our body's smart. Nothing's just sitting in our gut. Our gut is moving constantly.
All right.
And you know it's being things are being broken down, but the gut lining is affected by what we're putting in our mouth. So if we're only eating high-fat foods and we're not feeding that natural flora that's in our gut,
Right.
and ways we do that are by eating fiber. Fiber is huge. You know, the recommended daily amount's 25 to 35 grams a day. How much do you think the average American gets every day?
2%.
About 10 grams a day.
Okay,
so
10 grams,
a little
yeah.
less than half.
Yeah.
And you know, ways we get fiber is from fruits and vegetables. Whole
our
grains,
veggies.
eating your veggies. If there's anything I can recommend is eat more veggies.
Yeah.
Green leafy stuff.
Yes, green leafy. And not only do we have the fiber from the green leafy vegetables, but we have all of these phytonutrients that fight cancer, fight inflammation. You know, I went to my eye doctor and he asked me, do you talk about lutein? I was like, wait, lutein? He's like, the phytochemical that prevents macular degeneration in leafy greens.
Really?
And I go, well, I'm going to start.
Yay, thank you for sharing with us this morning.
My eye doctor is watching this right now.
Yeah.
You know, but I was so happy that he mentions that to his patients as well, you know, and it's, you know, nutrition, it plays such a key role in so much of our health.
And that's the first thing the doctor says to you, too. Diet and exercise.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But it kind of ends there.
Right.
You know, and that's what I'm here for.
Oh,
Let me
yay.
help you. Let me help you find out what fits your lifestyle. You know, I do see people one-on-one, and I practice from an integrative and functional, you know, perspective. And basically that takes into account like the whole person approach to wellness, you know. It's not a one-size-fits-all.
Right.
You know, telling someone to be on this diet, it might not work for them. It might work miracles for one person. It might not work for another person. Also, sleep.
Oh, it's big,
sleep.
huge.
It's huge. We're learning so much about sleep, stress. You know, and it's even more than that. It's our family history, and so that's why I love practicing from a more holistic standpoint.
Bring it all together. Get the real picture, the whole
Right.
picture.
Yeah.
Absolutely necessary.
So
Yay.
it's really it's rewarding, and I like also developing a relationship with a patient, you know, really sitting down, listening. And that's something I've been so lucky to experience working with people one-on-one. But I also like to educate and share the things I know.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do on the Tuesdays.
Woohoo!
Yep,
That
we're
will be
excited.
just wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, how would people learn, or how do they contact you?
Absolutely, yes. They can call us at the Schliemann Center to make the reservation because, of course, we have limited seating. So 508-2345 is our phone number. They can
Okay.
also pop in and make a reservation in person. And the monthly programs with Maggie are going to be once a month, but then she also is going to be offering her consults on Tuesdays as well. So they can find out more information
All right,
by
so they
calling
need to
as
call
well.
the Schliemann Center. I love that,
yeah.
2345. So
Yes.
508-2345, one of the few numbers I have
That
down.
you can remember.
This is wonderful, and I love the approach that you're taking with treating the whole body, because here's the, you know, here's your doctor, your primary care physician usually, just as Jaron mentioned, is saying, okay, diet and exercise. Well,
What does that mean?
okay, with different ages sitting right here, what exercise is
Right,
good for me
right.
that probably is not something you're going to be able to do something much more than I can.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you know the bones are getting a little bit fragile,
Sure.
and rather not break a hip, you
Right,
know,
right.
that kind of thing. So you're going to be able to tailor this to everyone's individual needs.
Yes, and I'm a dietitian, so I do focus on nutrition. That's
Sure.
that's what I do.
Sure.
But being able to connect to a physical therapist or an exercise physiologist who specializes in people that have arthritis, and
Yes.
you know,
Right.
being a connector, because integrative means you're integrating the specialties.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
so because I'm not a professional licensed counselor either,
Yeah.
but if you're undergoing a lot of stress in your
Sure.
life,
Sure.
you know, that professional help. You
Knowing
know,
who
and
to
that's-
connect them to.
Yes,
and
so
That's a
you know,
great way to put it. You're
Yeah.
you're the connector.
I'm not you
end
know,
all be all.
Yeah.
right, absolutely. And you know, also there's a place for medications too, and doctors obviously are a huge part in that. And
Sure.
it's just knowing that all those options are there and helping people in any way I can, and you know, obviously with nutrition being the focus. So
And you work over at the hospital. That's,
I
think that's
do.
important
Yep.
for everyone to
Yes,
know.
I do.
And you take care of all the patients when they come
yeah, so my full-time job.
in. Yeah. In my
This is my
time.
fun. This
yeah.
is, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm an inpatient dietitian. So basically, what I do over there is help treat and prevent malnutrition. So it's, you know, a lot of times with my one-on-one consults, I'm trying to help people lose weight. And then in the hospital, I'm trying to help people gain weight.
weight,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
you know, so gosh, it's so neat to see like different perspectives, you know, of, you know, what people that have no appetite, and then some people that just can't control their appetite. And so it's been really cool. And I've seen so many different, you know, medical conditions.
Oh, I bet.
And so I've learned
Yeah.
a lot, you know, and the training in school we get, you know, actually practicing that, it's kind of two different things.
Real life.
Yes, real life versus
well
what
put,
you learn
Sharon.
in school.
Yeah.
And
We all
so-
could say that about our schooling. Don't you?
Yes.
Why did I need that?
Yeah, and there's so much to be said for the actual hands-on, you know,
You bet.
that
You bet.
piece of it. So it's been 2 years that I've been working over there. So I've become a little more of an expert, but I'm learning more every day.
Sure.
Everybody,
And you love
yeah.
to learn. I know
I
that.
do. I do love to learn.
And share.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I do.
She's definitely passionate about what she does.
Yeah.
We've had her.
Gathered that. Yeah.
So I do. I love to learn about, and I want to help people, you know, because there's a lot of frustration around the area of the topic of nutrition and health and wellness in general, like what to do.
Sure.
And so let me help, you know, and I don't know it all, but I'll help find out.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and so, you know, we're all on this journey together.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
we are.
And I think a lot of times with diet, people just think, I need to cut back my volume that I'm consuming. They don't necessarily think, well, what types of food am I eating?
Right.
Like you said, the types of food that help promote healthy gut.
Right.
And
Right.
that's something that you talk about.
Right, absolutely. So it's, you know, there's so much, you know, in conventional dietetics that focuses on numbers, which numbers are important, calories in,
Sure.
but it's so much more than calories in, calories out. You know, it is, you know, it's carbohydrates, it's fats, it's protein, it's also those micronutrients, vitamin D, you know, B12,
Sure.
all of these, you know, vitamins.
And they all work together.
And they all work together. And so that is the importance of eating a variety of foods.
And knowing
know,
which ones to eat.
and
That's the
knowing
key.
which ones to eat.
Because we get stuck in a habit of eating the same thing over and over.
Yeah, and I find one of the things, because when I go all green, all fruits and veggies, I tend to leave out protein.
Oh,
I'm not real good, and then I'm wondering, why am I tired?
Right.
Or the B, or
Right.
the B12, B vitamins.
Right,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So it's like you've got to know what that balance is.
Right. Yeah, and it's so interesting because there's fads about low carb and low fat and all of these things, but what we need to remember is that all of these work together. So when we're eating foods, a carbohydrate breaks down and it can help metabolize other nutrients.
Yes, let me
Same
have a
with
carb, please.
Now that but what's the quality? What is the quality of the carb you're eating? Is it a Blizzard from, Dairy Queen? Is it added sugar? Or is
Following
I
me.
know.
or is it quinoa? Is it
Yeah.
something that's going to fill you up and something that your body loves to eat, something your body wants and needs to function at its best? And I'm happy to help people figure that out.
Well,
Just a little bit of what we're going to be learning.
Yes, and so we're going to talk about a bunch of different things and how to incorporate, I guess, better, more quality nutrition in your life.
it's really key. I mean,
it
that's something we all need desperately. So, one more time, if you would, Jaren,
Yes.
talk to us about days, times, and phone number.
Absolutely. Maggie at the Schwee is going to start on June 14th,
Okay.
10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Ladies do need to call to make the reservation, 508-2345. Just because of limited seating, we're going to fill up fast for these. Anything with food always fills up fast. And then also, they can call the Schliemann Center if they'd like a one-on-one consult with Maggie, and then we can direct them how to get in touch with her one-on-one
and
as
how
well.
to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is just so exciting. Put me down for the 14th. I'll be there in the
Okay.
front row. I'll take my lunch over at the Schwee.
Perfect.
And learn what to do and do it the proper way. So, will you come back, both of you, and join us again on the show?
Sure.
All
This is
right.
fun.
We'd love to have you. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you,
you,
Donna.
Jaren.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you for joining us today for BRMC's Healthy Connections. See you again next week.